Because Franz is a beast! No, he's not. Franz is probably not going to see the light of day after a few chapters either. Really, the majority of the units that I use are units that I scavenge up that originally were good in FE8, and Franz was a mediocre unit, if I remember correctly. At least I've never used him to the extent that I use other Cavaliers. And not to mention that one of my lords is also a Cavalier, so this is going to get really, really annoying. Per se, if I promote before a certain level that I refuse to name that has a wide expansion of deserts, which sucks. I hate deserts. The desert level on every single Fire Emblem is the level I despise. It is a pointless, needless, difficult level. That's why if I ever make a ROM hack, every single fucking level is going to be a desert level. Have fun, guys! Roll, motherfucker, roll. Only a few people are going to get that joke. I need to stop trying. Lunk is going to take care of everything down there. Sorry if the commentary seems just a tad bit boring, but there's really not a whole lot to say about the beginning of Link's War besides it's a FE8 hack. Also, critical. That is the most entertaining I'm going to be without breaking your ears. I can start randomly screaming into a mic, but I doubt how many people are actually going to enjoy me screaming into a mic. It's not very enjoyable if you're curious. No, I'm not going to do it at all costs. We're going to level up Link here, and then that will be the end of the battle. And hopefully the commentary will get a little bit better, because then I'll be able to rape the story once again for all its horrendous value and worth. Lunk, the whiny teenage brat. It doesn't get interesting, I'm sorry. No, the story never gets interesting. It's predictable to a T. If you know anything about basic generic storytelling, then this whole entire story is going to make you cry. I recommend leaving now. For me, I will be trudging through the whole of this monstrous game that we have here until we reach the very final, I forgot to change the final boss battle. Yes, the hack is not even complete. The final 2-3 boss battles are completely the same, or final chapters, completely the same. One of them driven to near impossibility because of the bullshit it contains. I still remember that chapter very well. I hate it. I hate this game. Also, meet Clark. He's a cleric. That's as deep as his character goes, and he's a sprite swap of Father Molder. Except not bald. I'm not sure what the base sprite he is, or what his space sprite here is. But I'm sure that it's ripped from somewhere else and just recolored, because the hair is done terribly. Let me start commenting on people's hair. Oh my god, totally fabulous. No, hopefully you will never hear such a mangle of vocal cords ever come out of my mouth again. And we finally get back to the plot. Huh. Huh. For some reason, I thought I would be more excited. For some reason, I also think I'm an idiot 90% of the time. Here we go. This is the Sword King Eric, I think it was, or some bullshit. I'm not going to look back at the first video to care. It would probably say it here as well. This is a serious visit. Oh yes, it's not like anybody attacked my home castle and like nobody would notice. Things have been settled. Like any nation in Fire Emblem ever really gets things done. It's always a ragtag group of people they randomly find on the side of a street who do everything in the world of Fire Emblem, be it hacks or be it the real games. It's rarely ever a nation, even if it's never been a nation. You could send a whole legion of troops and it would not matter, because they would be destroyed until a ragtag bunch of warriors came in. And no, the Evoid Empire, it will not make a mention, because they seem to cannot... You see King Eric, there we go. The Evoid Empire will not be mentioned by name for a long time, by the way. I think at this point, the creator just forgot what the name of her evil empire was. Evoid, very hard to remember. Does not sound like evil at all. Evoid, yes. I still don't see how these guys didn't see this coming. The massive dark army. It's Evoid Empire. Is it really that hard? Oh my. Lunk over here making the valiant sacrifice of trying to go out and try to save Prince Ryan, who I'll talk more in depth later when we get control of him the first time. It's really quite scary how things go when we finally get him compared to the rest of the game. Stubborn. Link. Stubborn. Right. You know, this totally matches Link's character right here. You know, this is the reason why Link should never ever have a talking role, at least unless it's written by someone competently. I've only seen Link written competently at least a handful of times by writers in general. This is not one of them. Also, all these characters you see, we're probably not gonna be using for a long time either. Vanessa, maybe, because he's a Pegasus rider and she's actually pretty decent. Clark is alright because he's a cleric, and if I don't use him, then it's gonna be kind of pointless because then I won't be able to heal anybody. Sadly, we only get one knight the whole game, and he's pretty much useless, unlike any of the knights from FE7 who were all fairly useful. Even Wallace was useful in FE7 to an extent. The knight's stat growth here is pretty meh. I guess I could turn Amelia into it, but Amelia was my defender anyway, even in FE8 as a knight. All you had to do was put boots on her. Anyway, we get items because we need to go save Prince Ryan and his son and whatever. Zelda is like, oh no, I'm gonna put myself in inattentional danger, and I guess that's alright because Erica did it, but it's so tacky here. Unlike FE8, which is written a little bit competently, and it had a bit more of a reason, Princess Zelda coming along here is a pretty pointless thing. Revenge plot here, revenge plot there. Lunk is bad. Zelda is horrendous. I mean, look at her sprite. I really can't stand any of the custom sprites in this game. Anyway, we're coming upon the end of this chapter, thankfully. So, till next time, this is the Chimp Master making horrendous commentary for everyone. Bye!